Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome today. Uh, we are supposed to share a number of things that are going to happen in our farm. But first and foremost, today, I want us to share on what inspired us to get into agriculture. Uh, Initially, this land was family land. That was back then before 2017. And the past years, this land where we are establishing our farm was family land. But later on in 2017, uh, the family sat down. Our dad sat down and was like, I feel I'm aging, and I feel you people have grown up, and you people can think for yourselves. You know what is good for you. You know what is really proper for you people to do. So Muzai came out and was like, my children, come this land. I need to give you your shares. So uh, in that year, 2017, is when we attained what? The full control over the land after inheriting it from who? From daddy. So late in that very year, 2017, of course, after getting the land, we're like, yes, now we have the land. So what comes next? Um, is when we came up with an idea. You know, the farming idea was already there, or of establishing a farm. But of course, there's a way, when resources are kind of limited, um, doesn't limit you from having your ideas. But though you continue writing, you continue brainstorming them, any idea from any source, you receive it and note it. Any idea from the other source, receive it like that, like that. So late that year in 2017 is when we said, no, since we have the land, let's establish something like a forest. Is when we decided to grow these eucalyptus trees. Um, so as time went on, the eucalyptus trees were here and they were growing. That was later in 2024, that was last year, is when we sat down. Of course, it phone by that time, 2024, most of us had finished the school issues. Uh, some of the family members who attend jobs were working. It's when we sat down still and we shared, we're like, we should not kill our idea, or we should not disappoint the sources of the ideas. So we said, we can now start up something simple. So we decided to say, yes, let's establish a farm. But of course, we didn't just wake up and say, let's establish a farm. We also looked at various angles of the way things were happening. First and foremost, with our forest here, that we grew the eucalyptus. And then we realized that all along from the 1990s, subsistence farming has been draining the land, and these eucalyptus trees also drain the land more and more and more. So we're like, no, why don't we come up and establish something modern, something new, but still in the same angle, and that is agriculture, but just do it in a modern way. Yes, uh, we sat down, we kept on brainstorming and writing some ideas, write the other and receive the other and do this one. Then we weighed the way things were, were, and then we're like, yeah, we can establish a farm. But we also went deeper and said, yes, we are establishing the farm, but we need to be specific in what we are going to be doing, dealing in the farm. And we also looked at coffee. Then we said, yeah, coffee, coffee is one good idea. Coffee is one good idea. And we tried researching about it and realized that this coffee that we are dealing in is a coffee that matures so faster. This coffee is also drought resistant. It is disease resistant, such things. Then we're like, yeah, we can do with coffee. Because we tried comparing it to the eucalyptus, then we're like, eucalyptus are draining the land more. The eucalyptus are not doing well. The eucalyptus are taking a lot of space. So we weighed it with coffee. Then we're like, it's better we do what? Coffee. Because with the eucalyptus, it reached a point whereby even down the other side, people have grown. The other side, people have grown. The market and demand had fallen, and even the prices had fallen. But now with this coffee, we even realized that the prices were doing well. Then we also went deep and said, no, we could also put some other things there. Is when idea of like the livestock came. Then we're like, livestock, should we deal in which one and which one? Then we're like, we could deal in sheep, goats, and any other that can come in, but specifically sheep and goat. We realized that nowadays sheep market is so high, the demand is so high in days like the public holidays, then even the Eid by the Muslims. Most of them like the sheep. So we're like, yeah, we should also have sheep in our farm. We also went deep, as I told you, that we kept on brainstorming these ideas from different sources, receiving them. Then we also went deeper. Then we're like, we have this space down this side. Why don't we establish our fish farming project this side? Then we're like, yeah, fish farming could also be good. We weighed. Then we're like, we checked on the reproduction rate of the fish. It was a good one and impressive. We also checked on the demand for fish and the way things like now meat. When you compare beef to fish, there's a way beef's prices are hiking, and at least people can be able to afford the fish. So like, let's rear this fish and have it in our farm. In all these things happening, someone might wonder and be like, these guys are doing a lot of things. Who could be the guy behind everything? That one I will tell you in the next video. Just stay connected. We shall keep you updated. Thank you.